し生まれ変わったらその時はさ
Yes, Itona is fine. Okay, hello, welcome back class. Today we are reading an Itona listener. This one is titled Aftermath. This is part 2 of Sticky Note. This one was requested. I don't really have anything else to say besides that, so yeah. I am getting better, so thank God for that. But I did get soaked in a hailstorm today, so I'm probably gonna get sick again, but that's okay. We're gonna just go through things. Okay, now without further ado, let's get into the video. Karma, what the fuck are you looking at? You asked in an angry tone as the red-headed boy shrugged. Nothing, just the fact that what? I'm sitting on one of the world's two most dangerous... Itona covered your mouth before you could continue. You cracked a smirk and looked down. Your secret from my poofers, you said, your voice a little muffled from his hand being over it. Is that a threat? He squinted his eyes. Maybe, you teased, pressing your mouth into his hand as you said the word. Hey, that's too inappropriate, Kara-sensei shouted from in the front of you two. He pulled you off of the ice blue-haired boy and waved a tentacle in front of your faces. I will not accept this level of PTSD in my classroom. Technically we're behind the classroom. Itona huffed in annoyance. What's wrong? Were you actually enjoying our little game? You teasingly asked. Of course I was, he said just as teasingly. You made an icky face. Whatever. My papers, please. You extended your arm and pushed away Kara-sensei's tentacle. Stepping forward, you pressed your hand into Itona and demanded your papers be brought back to you. Fine. He narrowed his eyes as he handed you your drawings. You gripped into it and almost ripped it as Itona still hadn't let go of them. Horrible. You gritted. Just a friendly reminder, he said, pulling the papers back into him, pulling your hand and body as well. You were definitely too close for Kara-sensei because he fainted in a pink blob right then and there. What? You pressed with your own eyes of determination. If you tell... He pulled even closer. I may have to take action. You scoffed and snatched the papers back into your hand. Yeah, right, Horib. You stormed off with your friend Kanzaki. That seemed, happy, she said. You don't even want to know the half of it, you huffed. Want to go get ice cream after school and talk about it later? She questioned. Nah, my mom would be mad if I skipped her Monday meeting dinner, you said in annoyance. She's still doing that, huh? Kanzaki's sweat dropped. Yep, you said, placing your hands to the side. And you're okay with that? Nope. Kanzaki sighed, unsure of what to do. Hey, Kanzaki, Wain, come sit with us. You heard Okuda shout. The two of you looked over to find Nakamura, Okuda, and Kaede waving you over. I am so done with social interaction right now, you sighed out. Come on, who knows? Maybe it could be fun, she sung out. Not likely, you stated with a dead tone. Too bad, she said, dragging you up from your pity corner. On the way, you passed Karma and Nagisa. Karma bumped into you, making you lash out. Listen here, Bakabani, I'm not in the mood. What? Why, not in the mood? He asked in such an annoying tone. You want to see me pissed, Bakabane? You shouted, raising a fist. I don't know. Maybe not. You almost lunged yourself at someone for the second time today, but before you did, you caught Itona's side smirk and decided you would definitely not give him the satisfaction. I can't deal with you right now, you stated coldly and walked away. What's wrong with YN? They look sad. Kaede's sweat dropped. Oh, they're just having a bad day, that's all. Kanzaki piped up for you. You would have to thank her later for that, but for now, being quiet was the only thing you could do to keep yourself from not yelling. Screw the world and Kara-sensei's overly dramatic obsession with children and PTSD. Of course, you did imagine yourself shouting it and laughed a little at the thought of everyone's reactions, including Kara-sensei's hurt expression. His anime crying face would be hilarious. I bet it has something to do with the new kid, huh? Nakamura said. Oh, I wouldn't, Kanzaki said, waving her hands up with her usual closed-eyed smile. I bet he has a crush on YN. She continued, ignoring Kanzaki's warnings. There's no way, you said, looking up from your drawing. One of the only things keeping you sane at this moment. I mean, it would explain why he has interest in you, she retorted. Yeah, and why you put up with him, Kaede added. Okay, so he's cute. Big deal. Oh, well, did someone mention my name? Karma piped up out of nowhere. Doesn't mean I really like him, and it certainly doesn't mean he likes me. You ignored the boy, unable to find the breath to argue with him. Does one have to like someone in order to physically be attracted to them? Nakamura questioned, ignoring the redhead as well. Hey, I'm not here, he said. Okay, but I mean, come on. You pointed at Nakamura with your index finger. Would you? You slid your thumb out, pointing towards the boy you were talking about, as unnoticeable as possible. Notice me, he whimpered out. Death, she said, winking at you. Come on, Karma, Nagisa said, patting his friend on the back. You watched as they walked away, then turned back to Nakamura. You both giggled at his expression, knowing you would have to cheer him up later. You guys are evil, Kaede said, shaking her head. We learned from the best, you shrugged, nodding over towards Karma. Yeah, he knows we love him, Nakamura reassured. YN loves someone? Itona, Okuda said in a shocked expression. It was obvious none of you knew he was listening. Itona? You questioned. How is she already on a first-name basis with him? You shook your head. Whatever, it's not like I care. You got up and began walking away. Nakamura asked you this time. Would you? You thought about it for a second, looking over towards the boy in hand. Again you shrugged your shoulders. Why not? You stated bluntly. Oh yes, Nakamura shouted. Called it, Kansaki said. Run me my money, Kaede, Okuda said, placing her hands out. Ugh. Kaede reluctantly shoved $5 in Okuda's smug face. Just so you know, we still love you, they shouted. You flipped them off and continued your walk back to your seat as lunch was almost already over. Time flies, I guess, when you're having fun. Itona finished for you, shoving the papers you left on the table with your group of friends, way too in a rush to get away from him. Gee, thanks, you said, taking the papers back from him for the second time. At first you seemed so persistent to get these, and now it's just a thanks? He questioned with one eyebrow raised. You smiled and walked calmly towards him. You both looked forward and quietly threatened each other. Don't forget, I know your secret, you whispered in his ear, keeping your head up forward and your expression calm. Don't forget, I'll have to take action. He smirked, walking more into you, creating the feeling of a tight knot as you both moved forward. If you do. Truce, you called. Not just yet, he said. You both moved back from each other. Itona walked in front of you, towards your desks. You followed and sat beside him. You two must be really close if you're that comfortable to be that close up in person. You dryly laughed. You're not funny, Akabane. You love me. So does Nakamura and Okuda. Huh? Okuda? Oh, sorry. Must have let it slip. You covered your mouth, smirking over towards the girl, knowing that Nakamura and yourself loved Karma as a brother. Okuda, on the other hand, liked him in a completely different way. Payback. You fake coughed. But like same Okuda. So I hope you enjoyed that video. My voice got a little quinky. I kind of like went back and forth from like, you know, soft voice and then like regular voice, like honestly, if I use my regular voice, it's because I'm enjoying talking. If I use my soft voice, it's probably either because I'm tired or because I don't have the patience to deal with you right now. And I'm really tired, so oh my god. Perfect timing. Okay, bye loves.